Morning, Coach.
Morning.
Fernando's particularly hard on himself, after, poor performances and losses. Is that okay from your quarterback, or do you maybe have to have moments where you're like, hey, it's not all on you and kind of reinforce him a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, that's something we talk about all the time is, everybody has a hand in the pot, right? And it's the play call. There's 11 guys, there's protection, there's routes, there's decisions being made by him, checks being made by him. We're all involved in it. And so that's something I reiterated to the offense is like we have seen through the first 10 games, like when we have 11 guys doing what they're coached to do and we're all on the same page, we've had a lot of success. And so just trying to stay positive through it, obviously pulling the good from the bad, and then just knowing that, Fernando's going to give us everything he has. So him being hard on himself, I appreciate that about him. That's what we love about him, and that's why he'll bounce back this week.
Jeff Rado covers on his side.
Hey, Mike, wondering, are you seeing Jaden getting back closer to being at full strength and himself again? He had a great run the other day, but he did get caught from behind, which I don't think I'd ever seen before. And I'm wondering
Yeah.
what you think about his the state of him right now.
Yeah, I thought he honestly ran as good in between the tackles as he had run all season. Obviously the long run sticks out, the touchdown run sticks out, but had a couple really good runs the other day. As far as him getting caught, we knew going into the game that Syracuse could run in the secondary. I mean, they had multiple guys that had run 20, 21 miles an hour. I think Jaden was running 21 miles an hour on that run, according to our GPS data. So there's just a couple fast guys on the field right there in a track meet.
And are you feeling good about that position right now? Because obviously Thomas is playing pretty well for you and had a great run the other day as well.
Yeah, Thomas is explosive. Jaden's explosive. They're two guys right there that we want to continue to feature and get the ball to, and they've both shown the ability to be home run hitters for us. So anytime we have multiple guys that can help carry that load, I think as we go into these last two games and as we go into the big game, having both of those guys really as healthy as they've been all season is going to be big for us.
I'm wondering from your point of view, when you look at how defenses are gearing to you guys, are they discounting your run a little bit based on the difficulties you've had this year, and are they ganging up on your pass because of that? And what do you have to do to get them to, be more balanced or whatever?
Yeah, honestly, I think that would be the kind of the thought that you would have based on, statistics and those things. But week to week, you watch it, people are loading the box, they're respecting our run game. And, that's a testament to the guys we have in the backfield, the ability that we have shown uh, when we do it right to be explosive in the run game. And so, most defensive coordinators, that's always going to be kind of their train of thought going into a game is, eliminate the run, make you one dimensional. But yeah, we have not seen a light box in a couple weeks. So people are still playing us pretty tight, playing a lot of single high coverage against us. And, that's why in the past couple games outside of last week, we had thrown the ball around quite a bit.
And I don't expect you to speak for Jaden, but from your point of view, how has he handled this season where it just hasn't gone nearly the way I'm sure he or anyone else expected it to?
Yeah, I think I told you guys last week. Jaden is a guy that shows up every day with a smile on his face. He works extremely hard. He's a really good teammate. He tries to lead our offense. I have not seen anything that would lead me to believe that he was unhappy. I mean, sure, disappointed maybe, and I think we all are, and maybe some lack of production. But I don't see that being an issue for the offense or for the team.
Thanks, Mike.
Jim McGill, Bear Insider.
Coming into the Syracuse games, you guys had scored 44 plus two straight games. Was there a sense that things were really kind of clicking with what you were trying to do with the offense at that point? And how do you get that refocused after a game where there was a decent drop off against Syracuse?
Yeah, I think the coaching point is every week is a new week. Nobody cares what you did last week, and that's the conversation I had with those guys after the Syracuse game. As soon as you start to think you've got it figured out, as soon as you start to think you're good, I mean, this game will humble you very quickly. And we have the ability to be explosive. We have the ability to run it and throw it against anybody left on our schedule. But it comes with you got to pay the price throughout the week of your preparation, the mentality that you're building throughout the week, and that's going to be the focus this week. Is one game season. You know, we got a trophy on the line, we got a bowl game on the line. Let's mentally lock in and get ourselves ready to go.
Jack Andrews has been your leading receiver pretty much all season long. Can you talk about what he means to the team? And also, I don't think I saw him on the field in the fourth quarter till the 2-point conversion. Was he injured? What was happening there?
Yeah, so obviously trying to get Corey back going. Corey was available really and as healthy as he's been in a couple of weeks the other day. So trying to supplement those guys. You know, Jack's played a ton of snaps for us over the course of the season. And I think the reason why you see him leading us in receptions right now is his ability to sustain with his work ethic, his relationship with Fernando. I mean, quarterbacks are going to go to guys that they trust, guys that they know, guys that they've connected with before. And so can't say enough about Jack, what he means to our team, what he means to our offense, and how productive he's been this year. Very proud of him and excited to watch him on Saturday.
Great, thanks.
Steve Kroner as a Chronicle.
Hey, good morning, Mike. There is kind of a thought for rivalry games that offensive coordinators go deep into the playbook and there's 2 or 3 gadget plays that you've got ready that maybe you wouldn't run in other games. Is that a misconception or is there some truth to that?
Hey, everything's on the table this week. I promise you that. You can't. There's an old saying: we can't score for not trying. So we're gonna make sure we have some scoring plays ready to go.
Fair enough.
Any more questions for Coach Bloesch? We'll go back to Matt.
Jonathan Brady found the end zone in the last game, and it feels like the last couple of games he's been kind of on the uptick. How would you just rate his overall season, and where can he get better as you guys close out this year?
Yeah, I've been really proud of him. You know, we've talked a lot about the receiver position throughout the course of the season, and really leading up to that first game, him and Isaiah being listed as the backups behind Keon and Tobias, and then obviously with the injuries, them stepping up and he's been another guy that's just been consistent. Every single day shows up. He loves being a Cal Bear. He loves working. He's willing to stay after practice with the quarterbacks. He's done everything we've asked of him. So, it was awesome to see him get in the end zone. And I think he's a guy that Fernando's building a ton of confidence with. And as we continue to play multiple receivers and try to keep guys fresh, it's nice to have that depth right now at receiver.
I was asking Coach Wilcox about recruiting, and I said, is it fair to say that, offensive line, defensive line is kind of the priorities you guys head into? Kind of an important stretch, early signing period coming up, transfer portal opening up. As you kind of evaluate things, and how important is it going to be for you guys to kind of really focus in on the offensive line and kind of build that out as you guys get ready to, go through finish this cycle?
Yeah, I mean the offensive defensive line will always be at the forefront of what we do in recruiting. Games are won and lost up front, and I think we've obviously seen the growing pains of playing young guys. You don't necessarily want to have to do that. We feel really good about our young talent in the O-line room, but I can't snap my fingers and make Nick Morrow a 30-game starter and a senior by Saturday. He's a redshirt freshman left tackle. Fred Williams is a redshirt freshman right tackle. So that's where we're at right now. And we're always looking to improve the talent in the room and improve the competition in the room. And I think we did that last year, obviously with bringing in Rush Reimer and Will McDonald, guys that have played a lot of football for us. And we'll continue to evaluate all of our options as we go into the early signing period and the portal that'll open here in a couple weeks.
We'll go back to Jim.
Tobias and to a bit of a lesser extent, Keon played a big role in the win over Wake Forest, but weren't as much of a presence this last week. Is that sort of an adjustment period coming back from missing so much time? And do you expect them to be key contributors to these next couple of games?
Yeah, we're going to let them go to work. There is definitely, when you have not been on the field all season and everybody's played 10 games, you're going to be behind. And, really the one-on-one ball that Fernando gave Tobias the opportunity on that ended up getting intercepted. That's where we wanted the ball to go in that look. I mean, we were one-on-one matchup to the field, man coverage, Tobias one-on-one, and just we expect him to make that play. He expects to make that play, and we're going to continue to give him opportunities to make that play. So feel like every game that those guys are on the field, they're just going to get better and better, and Fernando is going to continue to gain confidence in everybody that is out there.